Coach, how much time are you spending these 2 regular season games ago talking about the, where you might land, but you can still get out of that Wednesday game in the tournament, that kind of thing? Y'all even speak about that at
No,
all?
just Florida. That's it.
Yeah.
Game tomorrow night. At first, though, actually, yesterday was some of the last game, like we'll continue to do consistently. Learn from wins, losses, what have you. Either way, some of the things that we got to continue to work on. And Florida, for instance, they can really shoot it and really space you, like Missouri. And we did a poor job defending the 3. You have to do a better job, of course, tomorrow night.
What's the most disappointing part about that Missouri loss, the way you guys played?
The way we responded second half. I mean, we played a good 20 in early second half. They make a run, and we just became disconnected. Just that's a cultural issue. That's an issue that we've got to do a better job of handling. I mean, we're whether you make shots or miss shots, whether you screw up a defensive assignment or your details are on point, we got to continue pulling in the same direction, of course, and staying connected through adversity. And this team, pretty consistently has done that. Go on the road against higher level competition, of course, to really, really good teams. And it's almost as if early second half against Missouri, we're still dealing, with some of that. So we've got to get some mojo back. We got a bunch of guys that care about each other, like each other, and had some good conversation with one another yesterday. And they knew that you can't, the team in this league goes on a run, and you become disjointed, you can't have success.
You call it a cultural issue. How do you go about fixing something like that in season when it's not necessarily just a simple fix?
Sure, you keep swinging for the fences to have the best culture that you can have, and we've had a very good culture for the most part, but sometimes stuff like that creeps in, and the best teams in our league probably, to a certain extent, have a very, very good culture. And there's also other factors in terms of your level of success, your offensive and defensive efficiencies, and experience and talent and all those things as well. But we've got to get back to playing with that level of connectivity that we had before our last road trip.
With this being the last week of the regular season, where do you feel like this team is getting down to the end of the regular season?
Understanding that we've still got opportunities in front of us, period. What are we going to do with them? Had a really good practice today. Guys were in good spirits, really worked. And we've just got to take advantage. And it's not about the outcome. It's about let's play a good first few minutes and try to get some good shots and get back to guarding at the level that we're capable of guarding at. That we showed at times, most of the time in the first 20 the other day. And that's what it will take against Florida, of course. If you can put together 35 to 40 of those minutes of intense, detail-oriented defense, it'll give us a shot.
Obviously, the 2 regular season games remaining and the tournament as well, but has there been any discussion of, hey, we've got to do X, Y, Z if we want to play postseason basketball in any way, shape, or form?
No. At least 3 times throughout the season, not in the past week, we've had those big picture conversations. I don't know how many we've got. Yeah, obviously, if we win the SEC tournament, we'll go to the NCAA tournament. Our guys all know that, and that's been discussed. They know that. In terms of that next tournament, who knows how many you got to win. I know if we're focused on how many, you're taking away focus on giving yourself the best chance tomorrow night.
With Florida, how much do you feel like they have had to change since losing Colin?
Well, they've had to. They lost one of the best players in our league, of course, and they've done a good job adjusting. But they've been really solid defensively all year. And we're still going up against a different type defense, of course, without one of the best shot blockers in college basketball, but a very good, solid defense, and a team that can also, obviously, again, really space you and spread you from multiple positions.
And we talk about some of the cultural issues. Does it surprise you this late in the season that you're still dealing with that?
No, you say it, and it's everybody's dealing to a certain extent with cultural issues. It's not, we've got a good culture. It's not. It needs to be elite you know, and at times it has been this year, you know, where we've got punched and responded, punched again and responded again, and you know, we've grinded out some victories against NCAA tournament teams. But we just took a step back the other day, you know, and in Missouri, part of the reason that they're probably going to be an NCAA tournament team is how connected they are. And when it got tough early second half, on the road, they were a little more connected than we were at home, which is concerning, which is disappointing. But what do? You move forward. You try to be more connected tomorrow night.
And when you've got so many new players on the team, does that kind of add to make some of the difficulties, perhaps? I mean, because
Yeah, perhaps.
you know, a little
perhaps.
bit, yeah.
But it's also we're coming off 2 games that weren't real pretty for us.
Exactly, yeah,
And,
yeah.
You know, our guy. It's late in the season, and everybody's tired. And you know, we're not. As Mike and I were just talking, but we're not sitting here as a projected 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. It's a little bit harder, you know, for teams like us right now. But that said, it's doable. Could you go to the SEC tournament, make a run? Potentially, you know. But 13 other teams think that they could do the same thing, you know. We just got to finish as strong as we can finish. Control what we control. Had a really good practice today. Hopefully we can get off to a good start tomorrow. Playing obviously a team that's very good, another SEC team.
Has there been